Hi guys, today I want to talk about where I've been for the past couple of months because I know I've been away. I've been basically working, is the short version. So I know that if anybody out there is regularly watching, I haven't been around, but I'm back now and I'm going to be posting videos more regularly, which I know I did also say last time, but this time I promise they will be more regular as we go along. And today I kind of wanted to talk about what I think are the best comic book crossovers that I've experienced. I know there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about this already. I mean, a lot of people do their kind of top 10 comic book crossovers or whatever, but I just thought I'd pitch in my 2 pence and tell you what my favourites were. So to start off with, I think one of my most favourite crossovers in comic books ever has to be the one that got me into reading Image Comics, the Tomb Raider Witchblade crossover series. Now, I know that the Tomb Raider comics were sort of semi-popular in kind of the Top Cow run, and they weren't brilliant. They kind of ran out maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, and they only ran for a short period of time. But I thought, for what they were, which is, a comic book based on quite a two-dimensional character, because I always thought that Lara Croft was quite two-dimensional. They were really, really good. They were action-packed, and they had the right kind of feel to them. But as I said before, Image Comics can be a little bit sexist. There's a lot of, boobs. There's a big emphasis on boobs in Top Cow comics. So they can be very sexist, but I enjoyed them. I enjoyed this crossover, and I enjoyed the kind of relationship between Sarah Pezzi, who's the Witchblade wielder, and Lara Croft, and I enjoyed the standalone Tomb Raider comics and the way they characterized Lara Croft. So for me, I think it was one of a kind of a well-balanced crossover. Second favorite has to be the kind of alien horror movie slash DC crossovers. We're talking about Batman versus Alien or Superman versus Predator and things like that, because everyone loves Alien and Predator. Well, most people do. I'm sure there are some of you out there watching right now who don't love Alien, but I always liked Alien and Predator. And although I'm not a big fan of DC Comics, as I've said numerous times on this channel, I do love, when you put DC characters in interesting situations, they become more interesting. So that's what I enjoyed about it. Secondly, I think that often in Predator and Alien comics, it's always about recreating the feel of the movies. You've got these humans trapped in a kind of desolate environment. They can't escape the alien or they can't escape the Predator, and then they're kind of picked off one by one, like in the movies. But with the Batman and Superman versus Alien or Predator comics, it's more of a challenge for the aliens and for the superheroes. You've got something that it's not exactly an equal fight, but it works quite well, and I quite enjoyed that. I think the other crossovers that I do love are kind of really obscure. I don't know about anyone else or whether anyone else remembers these, but I really like the Mask and Grifter comic crossovers. Now, these are kind of very old. They were kind of, mid to late 90s issues. They were kind of in the period when Wildstorm was really huge and all Jim Lee's creations were really huge, and they had, lots and lots of really interesting storylines where you had lesser known DC characters teaming up with more traditional comic characters like the Mask. And I thought it was I really liked these because unlike in the movies where the Mask character is like a comedic character, based around Jim Carrey's persona, the Mask in the comics is actually quite violent, and it fits the Wildstorm group of characters quite well. So I thought those crossovers were kind of really, really interesting, especially for me, because when I first read them, I'd only ever seen the Mask movie, so I wasn't sure where this kind of interpretation of the character was coming from, because I'd never read a original Mask comic. So when I first read them, I thought, wow, this is a really kind of refreshing take on the character, and it turns out that although that interpretation of the character wasn't new. That's how he originally was in the comics. It was still it was still a new take on the character. So those really are my top 3 comic book crossovers. The Witchblade Tomb Raider series, the Alien and Predator vs. Batman series, and the Mask and Grifter series. If you have any other crossovers that you think I would enjoy, or that you just want to voice your opinion on comic book crossovers in general, do leave comments on the page. If you like the sound of any of the crossovers I've mentioned today, do check them out. I'll be posting more videos in the future. Okay, PanelHopper out. See you.